Hey everyone, it's Kevin from getkevinsight.com. And I literally just had a reading, okay? And it was amazing and everything went great. But the one thing that came up was, I need to love myself more. And it got me to thinking because I think we all need to love ourselves more. Without conditions. That's the hardest part. So a few years, 5 years ago or so, I lost quite a bit of weight. I had put on some muscle and because I was very heavy before. And after losing the weight and gaining the muscle, I finally loved myself. I was like, oh, I actually like the way I look. I actually think I'm doing a good job. Even though, I still could work on some stuff. It was a challenge, but I was happy with myself finally. And then in 2023, I had a broken disc in my back, and as well as an entire lower back that had scoliosis, and I needed some major back surgery, where they had to basically move my spine over and put a bunch of wires and rods in. So what happened is I was no longer able to move the way that I was before. And I had the surgery. I had the surgery in February of 2025. So for the last almost 3 years, it's almost been 3 years since all this started, where I wasn't able to work out as hard and I started gaining weight back. And the sad part about it is that clearly my love for myself was very conditional, because as I would gain weight and not fit in the clothes I did before, I found myself getting really angry at myself and looking in the mirror very upset. It seemed that the only way that I could be unconditionally loving to myself is if my exterior looked better. And since my weight and of the exterior had changed, I found myself not loving the way I was anymore. So during the reading today, it said one of my biggest issues is self-love. But not only self-love, it has to be unconditional love. And that's one of the hardest things that any of us can do for ourselves, is to love ourselves unconditionally. Just saying it out loud seems simple. Oh yeah, show ourselves love. This is great. We're wonderful inside and out. But it is challenging. So that's one of the things that I have to work on, is self-love. I need to dig into that deeper, because one of the things that my guides always show me, which is funny because it came up in the reading today, is that before I can help anybody else with readings or anything, I need to help myself. It's the analogy of being in an airplane and the oxygen masks come down. You need to help yourself first before you can help the person next to you. Once you help yourself, then you can help others. So I've got to dig deep. I have to begin giving myself unconditional love. This was clearly one of my soul lessons in this lifetime. I was meant to lose the weight because I didn't love myself before I lost the weight, right? And I was meant to lose the weight, be happy with the way I looked, and then lose it again. And this just means that I need to start from scratch, but not looking at the external side. I have to look internally, because that's where it starts, from the inside out. And so I think that everyone should start looking from the inside out and loving themselves. As difficult as it can be sometimes, we chose these bodies. We chose the situations in this lifetime for purpose. So if you have some physical challenges, if you have emotional challenges, if you have all these challenges, it's because we need to work through them and find the love for ourselves within. And this is a challenge that I'm giving you, but it's mostly a challenge I'm giving myself. And I'm hoping to start in this moment. So I appreciate you all so much. Thanks for listening. Sending you so much love, and we'll talk soon. Love yourself unconditionally. It starts now. Love you all.